Hey guys, welcome back. This is my Apple Watch Series 4. I have been using this watch since it was launched, and in this video I will be showing you all the settings that we have in this Apple Watch Series 4. To access the settings, you need to click on this crown. When you click on this crown, you get all the options that we have on the Apple Watch Series 4. And let's click on the settings icon. When you click on the settings icon, this is the main menu of the settings. First, we get the notifications. We can adjust the notifications. In this section, we get three options. Number one, notification indicator. A red dot will appear when you get a notification. You will get a red dot here, which means you have a unaddressed or unread notification. Then we have the show summary when locked. You will see this short summary when your Apple Watch is locked. And same again, you can enable or disable it. The third option is the tap to show full notification. When you get the short notification and you click on the that short notification, it pops up to and it expands to the full notification. That is still adjustable and configurable. Let's get back. In these settings, we get the second option, journal. In journal, we get first thing about, and when you click on the about, you get options like name of the Apple Watch owner. Then we have the version, model, serial numbers, songs, photos, and how many songs and photos we have in this Apple Watch, applications which are installed. Capacity is 16 gigabytes, and we have available storage of 4.58 GBs. MAC address, Bluetooth address, SCID, legal information. These are the all information we get in the about. Let's go back and see the software update. The first thing it says automatic updates. This is by default on, and you can disable it as well. And when that is disabled, the Apple Watch will only be updated when you want it to be updated on the new Watch OS. Then we have the Watch OS 10.6.1, and there is a software update available which we can install. And to install that update, you have to follow some instructions like it has to be on charger and connected to the Wi-Fi. Let's go back, and the third option we get is the orientation. Orientation is for if you are someone who wear the watch on the left hand or on the right hand. Then we have the digital crown settings. It says left or right. By default, a right is selected. If I click on the left, it will invert the screen upside down. Let's go back to the right. This is useful based on the orientation where you wear your watch right hand or the left hand, and the crown settings can be adjusted through this option. Next option is the auto launch of the audio apps. Relevant apps will launch when one of your nearby devices starts playing audio. This is quite a useful feature if you are into listening to musics. Then we have the background app refresh. I have disabled this because it saves a lot of battery and it consumes a lot of battery when this is turned on. If you enable this, then you get all the applications on which you want to have the background applications refresh. I typically disable this, so keep it disabled to save the battery. Let's go down and click on the return to clock. Return to clock means this is the return to clock, and we have the option to select always after 2 minutes or after 1 hour. And we can also customize this into the settings. Say for example, if I'm using the calculator, and I can customize it. If I'm into the calculator app and not using the calculator for around 2 minutes, it will take me back to the clock once again. Let's go back, and then we have the bedside mode. Let's click on this bedside mode and say what it says. In the bedside mode, we get the option to put this on the charger and it starts showing you the time. And you can also set the alarms of obviously to wake yourself up. Then we have the hand off option. If we click on the hand off option and I'm doing something on the Apple Watch, and all of a sudden I pick up my iPhone, I will see the exact same thing on my iPhone as well. This is a handy thing, keep it on. Then we have the website's data. Let's click on the website data. Whatever website I have been visiting, I can simply clear the website data or remove the cookies or the save history. Then we have the option of the dictation. Let's click on the dictation and see what we have there. Dictation is by default on and off. We can turn it on or off. It says and turn off dictation. The information dictation uses to respond to your request is also used for Siri and will remain on Apple servers unless Siri is also turned off. Cancel, it is a good thing to have. And then we have the auto punctuation. These options are there. Then we have these screenshots. Enable the screenshots. Click on the enable screenshots. You can take a screenshot of your Apple Watch by pressing the side button and the digital crown at the same time. Say for example, we can take the picture screenshot like this. Okay, so why would someone take a screenshot on the Apple Watch? Let's keep it disable. If you have a specific use case or you have a scenario in which you would like to take screenshots of the Apple Watch, the option is there. You can enable it. Let's get back. Then we have the profiles. Click on the profiles. No profiles are currently installed. You can install the profiles, third-party profiles, and download it. Then we have a dedicated tab for the regulatory. Let's click on the regulatory and see what it has. In regulatory, we get the model name and the regulations which regulate the Apple Watches in different countries, including US, China, Brazil. And go back, then we have some storage settings. In storage, we have some storage information about this Apple Watch OS. 11.4 GB of 16 GB is used. Where is the data being used? We have the information down below. Then we have the reset option. We can reset the Apple Watch, erase all content and settings, reset screen layout. Then we have the shutdown option. Wow, let's cancel it. Then we have the option on the focus. Focus works the same way it works on the iPhones. Let's click on the do not disturb, add new, turn out automatically. We can select a time or a day on which we want to put the do not disturb on. Let's go back. We can set the sleep. Sleep focus follows the schedule you have set in sleep app even when mirror my iPhone is off. This is a useful thing to if you want to track your sleep. Let's go back. Then we have the work and similar like and same like the do not disturb, we can also use the focus for the work as well. Mirror my iPhone is enabled. Turning on the focus for iPhone will also turn it on for Apple Watch or vice versa. Okay, so go back. After focus, then we have the airplane mode enable disable. Airplane mode is currently disabled. Then we have the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth settings. Let's enable the Wi-Fi. Let's keep it disabled once again, not using it on the Wi-Fi. Let's click on the Wi-Fi and we get all the Wi-Fi network options on my Apple Watch as well. Let's go back. We have the Bluetooth option. If there is any device which can be connected through the Bluetooth, you will get all the options there. Let's go a little down. We have brightness and display. I can increase or decrease the brightness of the Apple Watch, and if you increase the brightness it will consume more battery, so I try to keep it on the lower side or maybe on the middle side. Then we have the text size. We can increase it or decrease it, keep it to the optimal level. Let's go back. Then we have the option to bold the text. Not required in my case, I don't like it. Then we have the option of the wake up on wrist. If I'm wearing this and I just do this, it will wake my watch up. Then wake up, crown up. If the watch is sleeping and I simply use the crown, this will wake up the Apple Watch again. Then we can also select the wake up timer, wake up for 15 seconds, wake up for 70 seconds. Choose how long Apple Watch display stays when you tap on the wake up. Let's go back and display settings are done. App view, we have two options. grid view or the list view. This is the list view and this is the grid view. In my case, I like the grid view. You can choose as per your style. And then we have the gestures. Convert to mute when this is on and you receive an alert. You can mute Apple Watch by resting your palm on the display to cover it for at least 3 seconds. You will feel a tab confirm that mute is enabled. So if you get any notification, you can simply mute it by keeping your hand on the Apple Watch for almost 3 seconds. You're getting a call and you want to mute it, simply put your hand on the Apple Watch for 3 seconds and that will be muted. Then we have accessibility. Let's see what we get in the accessibility. In accessibility, we have the voiceover, which is off, zoom, on off labels, reduce transparency. No, I want to keep it. Disable, increase the contrast, increase color contrast between app, foreground, and background colors. Color filters, maximum brightness, text size, bold, text, reduce motion. Then we have the option the themes. If I enable this is a very useful thing. It's a very fun thing to enable the themes. We can schedule it early, sound and bells. When this is on, selected sound and haptics will play on the R. Keep it disabled. I don't find it very much useful. Then we have the motor, quick actions on, off, assistive touch is off. If I on this, I have the hand gestures, motion pointer, scanning style, sleep on wrist watch, sleep on wrist down, high contrast, high contrast color, customize menu. If you click on the customize menu, we have the options to automatic top, bottom, large menu. If we click on the large menu and go on the menus, it will show me the large menus. Scroll speed, we can also adjust this slow scroll speed, slow, medium to fast. This is medium by default. Let's keep it medium. Let's go back, customize menu, and then we have the confirm with the assistive touch. Anytime you have to use the passcode or you need to double tap the side buttons, you can replace this with this assistive touch. Let's go back. Then we have the button click speed. We can also adjust that. This is by default selected. We can select it to slow or the slowest. Let's keep it. The default touch accommodations are off. If you have trouble using the touch screen, adjust the following settings to change how the screen will respond to touches. This is about the gestures. Okay, okay, touch accommodations. Then we have the auto answer calls. This is by default off. We can enable this to answer the calls from the Apple Watch by automatically. Control nearby devices. Click on this. It is searching which device I have nearby, which is connected to Apple Watch. It will keep on searching because the phone which is connected to this Apple Watch is not nearby this Apple Watch right now. And walkie-talkie. We can also use this Apple Watch as a walkie-talkie. When this is turned on, tap once to start talking and tap again to stop talking. Why would someone use the walkie-talkie on the Apple Watch except the kids? Auto select focused app, Siri options. Click on the Siri. What options we get there? We have the type to Siri, which can be enable or disable. We can also give commands to Siri by just typing it. Keep it disabled. I don't like that. And Siri pause time is default longer longest. Keep it default for the Siri's pause time. Then we have the hearing support. RTT is off. Mono audio right side or the left side, which where you want to adjust the more volume, you can adjust that. Headphone notifications is off, but we can enable it. And when you enable this to protect your hearing, Apple Watch sends a notification if you have been listening to loud headphone audio for long enough to affect your hearing. I think this is a good thing. You should be using this. You should enable this, by the way. Show audio transcriptions not required. And then we have the taptic time speed, fast or slow, keep it on the point 2. Then we have the live speech. Live speech is off. Personal voice, share across devices. Personal voice syncing requires an iCloud account. Allow applications to use your personal voice. Accessibility shortcuts. If we click on this, assistive touch, color filters, and we can any we can choose any for the accessibility, and all these options are there. And now we have the option of the Siri. If I click on the Siri, we get the Siri options. Ask Siri, listen for Hey Siri, raise to speak, press digital crown, Siri history. Let's click on the Siri history and see. We won't be getting the Siri history, but you have the option to delete the Siri history. Let's go back, and then the language, Siri voice, Siri responses. Click on the Siri responses, see what we get in there. The spoken responses, always on control with silent mode, headphones only, and always shows Siri captions. Always show speech and volume of the speaker. Automatically send messages is enabled. Use with Siri. Select which app to use with Siri. Right now map is selected, and because it has to be, when you're driving, using Siri to navigate or to explore the map can be handy. Then we have the option of the haptics and sounds. Click on this. The sound is on maximum. Silent mode can be put on, put off. Headphone audio, headphone safety. Click on the headphone safety. What we get there? Headphone notification. Last 6 months, zero notification. To protect your hearing, the Apple Watch will measure the headphone audio levels. If you exceed the recommended 7-day limit, a notification is sent and the volume is turned down. Reduce loud sounds is off. It should be on, by the way. Then we have the haptics. Haptics are on. It gives you a little vibration when you use something which has the haptic. This is by default. Prominent option is there, but that's too much. Let's keep it default. Crown haptics are also on. Now there is no haptic. If I enable this, now haptic is on once again. System haptics are always configurable. You can enable it or disable it. We have the passcode option. Turn on the passcode. Cancel, let the passcode be disabled. I'm using this for my personal. We get the change passcode option. If the passcode is selected, then we also get the option to change it. Simple passcode, when this is on, Apple Watch unlocks with the simple 4-digit passcode. Good for the children. Erase data. Wrist detection. If you're using a passcode, wrist detection locks your watch when you are not wearing it, so your information stays secure. Not in my case. Then we have the SOS. Hold side button enabled. Fall detection is enabled. Medical ID. That medical ID is not configured because it's not available in my country. If it is available in your country, you should be using it. Then we have some information about the battery. Let's click on the battery, and the battery is 20%, and then some graph about my battery usage. Last charge last time it was charged to 83% on Thursday 10 or 9 p.m. Then we have the battery health. Battery maximum capacity is now 83%, which is still decent after using this watch for many years. Optimize battery charging. We get the option to stop charging at 80%. The option is there. You should be using it. And low power mode. If I click on the low power mode, it will disable some of the sensors, and also the notification will be delayed. I don't find it useful, so keep it disabled. Then we have the privacy and security. Let's click on the location services, enable and disable. We have the location services which is disabled. Then we have something which is loading, and the loading is where the location services can be used in the apps. Let's go back. We have the contacts. Application that have requested access to your contact will appear here. No application asking for my contacts. Calendars, reminders, Bluetooth, microphone, health, and these are the privacy settings which can be adjusted. Then we have the activity stand reminders. It's a useful thing if you are someone who works in a way where you have to sit for a long time. You can enable it and your Apple Watch will tell you to stand up for a few minutes for your health management. Daily coaching, get notification that help you complete your activity goals and monthly challenges. This is about the Apple Health goal completions, special challenges, activity sharing notifications. Basically, this activity is about the health activities. Then we have the App Store. Uh, Automatic downloads. Automatic downloads option is disabled. Automatic updates are disabled. Apple about App Store and privacy, some information about it. Let's go back. Then we have the calculator. We have only two options, tip functions and percentage. Keep it to the percentage. This is a very limited options we have there on this. Click on the clock. Swipe to switch watch face. If I click on this and go there and I swipe this, so nothing works. So we have the contacts. If we click on the contacts, this is the contact information of the owner of the Apple Watch. Thank you very much for the honor. Let's go back. Cycle tracking, hand washing. Oh, this is useful. We can set a timer for our hand wash. Let's go back. Then we have the health application here. We get all the health settings, including the medical ID, and this is about, and these are the details. Then we have the cardio fitness notification, high heart rate notification, low heart rate notification, mindfulness, start of the day, end of the day. These are the all the health application settings which we can adjust using the Apple Watch. Then we have the noise. If I click on the environmental sound measures are off, we can enable or disable it. Then we have the noise. Then we have the podcast. If we click on the podcast, it says add episodes from up to next 10 episodes. Saves are off. Then we have the playback. Continuous playback is on. Skip buttons. If we forward this will it will forward for 30 seconds. If we click on the back, it will take us back 15 seconds. And external controls are next, previous, forward and back, privacy, reset identifier. Let's go back and see what else we have after the podcast is sleep. Turn on at wind down. Okay. Sleep settings are there, sleep screens, show time, sleep tracking, charging reminders. Do not use this watch for sleep. Oh, yes. Now go back. What other option we get here is the stocks. We have the data metric current price, other CD phase, selected stock HSI. Stock settings can also be applied through this watch on this watch. Then the Apple Wallet and Apple CarPlay. About Apple Play and privacy, hide expired passes. Then we have the weather. Default city current location is by default selected for the Apple to show you the weather on the watch. And we have the another health activity app, which is the workout, and we get all the workout options, including the low power mode, auto pause, set workout reminder, and workout confirmation, press to pause, and the view metrics on iPhone. So these other options like heart rate zones and cycling power. These are the settings that we get on the Apple Watch. So if you are new to this channel and if you like this video, you Please do subscribe and consider giving this video a like. Thank you very much.